America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states, including the one that you're sitting in. Today's topic, annuity tax deferral. Some of the top strategies and tips from yours truly, who's been doing this a long time. I always tell some agents that come up to me, I say, I got shoes older than you. I mean, good luck, but I've done this a very, very long time. And tax deferral doesn't mean tax-free, but tax deferral is a very important strategy to consider with annuities. Now, the background on all of that, tax deferral, meaning that any gains are not taxed, but once you take the money out of the annuity, it is taxed ordinary income levels. But that was first developed in the 1950s, 1954, 55, whoever's arguing that, by TIAA. It used to be called TIAA-CREF, and they had what's called a variable annuity, which in essence is a bunch of mutual funds wrapped with an insurance wrapper, and it was for tax-deferred growth, but you could defer those taxes on the growth. Give you an example against that. If you buy a CD, you have to pay taxes on the interest annually as it's given back to you as you earn that interest. So tax deferral is a very interesting benefit proposition when it comes to annuities. Now, there's a couple different types of tax deferral. I'm going to cover one quickly and one I'm going to spend some time on. You can defer taxes. In other words, you can have income start at a later date. You can defer it for a year or 2 years or 10 years or 20 years, and you're deferring up until the time you start taking income out. But what I really want to talk to you about is tax deferral with principal protection products. And there's, in the fixed annuity world, which is what we do at The Annuity Man. We're top agents out here in the country, proud of that. We only sell contractual guarantees. We don't do hypotheticals, theoreticals, projections, unicorns chasing the butterfly. Mr. Jones, if you'd done it 10 years ago to be this. We don't do any of that nonsense. We're looking solely at the contractual guarantees. But tax deferral, say with a multi-year guarantee annuity, which the acronym is MYGA, multi-year guarantee annuity. Now, what is that, Stan? Very good question. That's the life insurance company, annuity company. Life insurance companies issue annuities. That's their version of a certificate of deposit, a CD. Protects the principal. You can lock in a guaranteed interest rate for a specific period of time, as short as 1 year, typically up to 10 years. And I always tell people, if your time horizon is 3 years and out, look at MYGAs. If it's less than 3 years, buy CDs. And no, we don't sell CDs, but I'm trying to get you the highest contractual guarantee. So CDs, 3 years and in, and MYGAs, 3 years and out, okay, if you want the highest contractual guarantee. But with a MYGA, and you can go to my site at theannuityman.com, put in your state and see and put in the duration you're looking at, and you can shop that daily to see how rates change and the commodity, their commodity products, so you can see how things change. And the reason that companies change rates, whether they're high and then the next week you look they're lower, it's a capacity issue, which is if the company has enough money coming in for that specific duration, then they're going to lower the interest rate to not attract money. Kind of makes sense. That's the reason we represent all carriers, pretty much all carriers out there. But let's talk a little politics here. I don't want to get down the political well here because I don't carry the way. I'm the Green Party, which means money, doesn't mean environment. Green is money. Then you have red and blue and independent, etc. But let's just say that you are very concerned about getting taxed on gains, getting taxed on interest, and you think the person that might win going to raise taxes and attack you and try to confiscate some of that money, quote unquote confiscate, right? Then you might think about buying a multi-year guarantee annuity that has the option of taking interest out if you want. You don't have to, but you want. But let's just say the party that wins says, okay, we're going to tax you at this huge high percentage because you're the evil rich, and it's not fair that you have all this money. It's not fair that you're making this interest rate on this money. You can say, okay, since you're going to do that, I'm just going to defer the taxes. I'm going to let it grow and compound. What's the eighth wonder of the world? Compound interest. Let it grow and compound until my candidate of choice or party of choice or legislation of choice is in your favor. So think about a multi-year guarantee annuity as opposed to a CD. We love CDs, nothing against them. Remember, 3 years and in CDs, 3 years and out MYGAs. But with CDs, say in a non-IRA account, you have to pay taxes on the interest. A MYGA in a non-IRA account, you can defer that interest. Now, obviously, you can hold MYGAs and IRAs and Roth IRAs, and they're taxed just like anything else inside of a traditional IRA. And Roth IRAs, no, nothing's taxable. But my opinion on Roths is you really should have real growth non-annuity products in there in a perfect world that I want to live in. But MYGAs could be that buffer to prevent you from getting taxed at a level you don't want to be taxed at, yet still earn. And just remember, when you take money out of a MYGA, it's last in, first out, gains first at ordinary income levels. But think of the MYGA strategy as a light switch. You can flip it on, you can flip it off. In other words, you could say, okay, your candidate wins and everything's good, you take in the interest, and then the next election cycle, your candidate and party loses, they raise taxes, whoever that is, Republican, Democrat. You just shut the light switch off and just have the interest grow from that MYGA, tax-deferred compounding. Hello. So that's a thought too. Now I have to insert here, another fixed annuity is a fixed index annuity. It is horrifically sold by too many agents in this country as a growth product. It is not. It's a CD product put on the planet in 1995 as an alternative for CDs. But if you look at MYGAs and you look at index annuities, the difference is the MYGA guaranteed interest rate annually is guaranteed contractually. The index annuity has what's called caps and spreads and participation rates, which are levers that the annuity company uses to limit the upside. So if you heard the sales pitch at the Bad Chicken Dinner seminar that you get market upside with no downside and you get market participation without putting your money at risk, that's garbage, as they say in French. That's nonsense. And you have to just put in your thinking cap and say, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Now, we have nothing against index annuities. We typically use them as a efficient, cost-effective delivery system for income rider guarantees when you need income in the future. But there are occasions that somebody wants to buy an index annuity for accumulation. We'll show them the MYGA. We'll talk about the index. It's your money. You get to choose. We're going to give you the good and the bad of that. So to conclude, as only Stan the Annuity Man can, annuity tax deferral with annuity tax deferral rules are good. You can use them to your benefit regardless of what happens politically and legislatively. You can take interest out and never touch the principal and then keep rolling it. You can buy a MYGA, say, okay, I don't want to take the interest out because there's confiscatory tax law, and I'm just going to keep rolling it, and then roll it to another MYGA when it matures. You can do that as well. But I would encourage you to go to my site, theannuityman.com, schedule a call with my team, and they can walk you through all of the details. If you're not at that stage yet and you just want to go and find out what these things are all about, I've written a book on MYGA, a MYGA owner's manual that you can download for free or read for free at my website. My consultants go, don't say download or don't say that. I said, I don't know. I'm not a computer person, but I have really smart ones around me that make me look good. But we have hundreds of videos on MYGAs. We got a book on MYGAs. We got a live MYGA feed, 24/7, 365. You can get educated on that. And if you want to learn a little bit more about indexed annuities, you are going to have to schedule a call because there's no way to run a commoditized quote with us because they are a little bit complicated. And I always tell people, if you can't explain it to a 9-year-old, don't buy it. No offense to 9-year-olds. Keep it simple out there. Annuities are contracts. So understand the contract before you buy it, and there's no urgency to buy. The urgency is for you to fully understand what you're buying and how it's going to fit within your portfolio. My name is Stan the Annuity Man, wearing the light blue, Carolina blue, Stan the Annuity Man baseball cap and the Annuity Man Google logo, because I know someone that works at Google and they went to the employee store and had it made for me. I don't know if that's legal, but power to the Google people. If you see that, that's where it came from. So that's this video. I'm Stan the Annuity Man. This is the Stan the Annuity Man YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.